And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Thursday.
I was getting ready to go.
March the 6th.
Because when you say that line, I'm supposed to go, remember?
Well, you can whoop all you want to, I guess.
I did.
You can whoop every day.
I reckon I can.
Why don't you just whoop a couple times?
Well,
whoop,
okay,
whoop.
I whooped.
Gosh.
All right, sorry.
Oh, brother.
Sorry for the interruption, but I was ready to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What's up, Dan?
See, folks, what I have to deal with every single day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Weekend's coming. You won't have to.
Yes, tomorrow is we'll start the weekend for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk out of here.
As soon as I walk out of here, it starts. Yeah.
I have can I mention
you got a couple
of
announcements, yeah.
Made for More Women's Conference will be this, let's see, what is it? Saturday, March 15th. Oh, wow. There's Mary Kay facials. There's going to be nails. There's going to be hairstyles going on, food and gifts, all at the Arkansas Conference Center, 6598 Highway 65 North. And it says here, sponsored by Live 365, the GRR, which is a gospel rock radio. And then, I don't know how you say it, ETHOS. Ethos Church. I don't know where this Arkansas Conference Center is, but again, the address is 3598 Highway 65 North, and that's March 15th.
Oh, okay.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, y'all, I know if you're listening, you've heard of Mr. and Miss Harrison pageant.
Right.
Like my kids were
That's
in
little
it.
kids, right?
I know Jim Johnson thought he was going to win it, and he didn't. Or did he? Did he win it? I don't remember. But I've seen pictures of it. Anyway, the Beta Upsilon, they're going to sponsor that event again, and it's on April 5th in the Pioneer Pavilion at North Arkansas College. And the Tiny Miss will start at 3, and then it goes on from there. And age groups, there's like age groups from 2 to 3 to 19 to 22. And they'll have a crowd favorite who will get a cash prize. What were you going to ask?
19 to 22 years or months?
Yeah, I'm sorry, 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
To 19 to 22 years. And
okay.
There will be a rehearsal for it. But anyway, this will be, entry deadline is April 2nd. So you need to get your entries in, and how to do that, contact Robin Reeves. And now you can contact her at the cake shop, I guess, if you need to.
Right.
But also she has a phone number listed. And this, I think, is on the community, some of the community events pages on Facebook. So you might need to go there and look as well. But Robin's number is 870-577-7795.
Okay.
And get your
Now, yeah, okay.
Yeah, your child signed up for that.
The child, that's for boys and girls,
Yes.
but the boys drop out after their cuteness goes, right?
There's one little mister, and it's from age 4 to 6.
4 to 6, yeah. After 6 years old,
After
you're
out.
not even cute anymore.
No, they just don't care about.
So what about the 19 to, what is it, 18 to 20?
That's young ladies.
Yeah, the boys can't do that.
No. The only one that little boy, and it's little boys who are
Cute. Cute.
really cute.
Well, yeah, the boys at that age are cute.
Of course they are.
And then that's why you dress up and you put them in little suits and stuff.
I went and rented tuxes for my kids
I know.
when I did it.
Yeah.
And we were like, you got to wave, and they were scared.
They were.
And they
it was
didn't care a bit about it.
I think when you become 6 years old, you say, "Mom, I am not doing that anymore."
Well,
I'm not
we
into
only
the
did
cute.
it once.
Well, yeah. See,
You could have done
did you
it
get a little kickback on the from them, or you just looked at them and said, "Oh, that face. Don't think we're going to do this again."
No, of course, my section was clapping the loudest for
Well,
mine.
I know that.
Duh.
It was the cuteness section.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, that is
boys
available.
Boys don't. They're not cute after 6.
Wow. Okay, whatever, Dan. Anyway, that's sponsored by Beta Upsilon. Okay. Get a hold of Robin Reeves for more information or to sign up your child. Okay. That's all I have to say for that.
You want to do some weather, or do we?
Do we want to do weather?
Yeah, let's do some weather.
Let's do weather. It looks really sunny out there, doesn't it?
It does, but it's a little chilly. It was 32 degrees this morning.
I know, right? Well, today's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 56 with 20-mile-per-hour wind gust. Dude,
Yeah.
Yesterday, when I was outside and the wind would go, whoosh, you know,
Yeah.
I had a feed bucket that was empty in my hand. I swear I could have flown with that thing.
Yeah.
It got, whoosh,
Especially if you had your broom. You could have really took off.
wow, Dan. I'm waiting. Now, little boys are ugly. I mean, no, men are ugly.
No, guys after 6 are not cute.
Okay.
It's the
okay.
cuteness
Let's
awards.
clarify. It's cute. And then tonight's mostly cloudy with a low of 43, wind gust up to 30 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with a high of, yes, thank you, 72 degrees, although there will be wind gusts as high, possibly as 35 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 38. Again, wind gusts. Saturday, a 20% chance of showers comes into the picture with a high of 51. And Saturday night, a 20% chance of showers before midnight, low of 34.
And then no chance of rain on Sunday, high 59. Sunday night, low 39, high 71 on Monday. It's going to be really sunny on Monday. And then Monday night, clearing with a low around 47. Tuesday, high 73. Wednesday, high 72. I think we're done with the cold weather.
You do? Do you really think that's possible?
Maybe one little snap, but it's not going to be anything big.
I have flowers coming up all over the place. Those my jonquils, they're wanting to peep through, you know?
Your what?
Jonquils.
Jonquils?
Jonquils.
Yeah, we talked about this last year when the
Daffodils,
when
whatever.
the jonicles started coming
They're
up.
not jonquils.
You say tomato, and I'll say tomato.
Jonquils sounds just wrong. There's so much about that word that sounds wrong, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Topic to ponder.
Let's do it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Forgot the button.
Oops.
We can do it again.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay, this week's topic to ponder is friendship or friendships. You know, you can have more than one friend if you're lucky.
Of course.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And the question for today is, why do some friendships fade over time despite shared history?
I just think people's interests are different. I don't think people are meant to stay in, first off, preface, I don't think people are meant to stay in your life forever. Not some are. But I don't think everybody is. They're just put in your life to maybe teach you something, or whether that be a good thing to do or a good thing not to do.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know, I just think we're different people. We're made up of different stuff. We have different interests, and it just
Okay.
Goes that way.
My friendships end when they run out of money.
Oh, Dan, I'm so sorry. So mine's ending with you pretty quick.
Oh, no, that's not true. Why do some friendships fade over time despite shared history? I think we all change.
We grow.
We go into different phases of life.
Sure.
And sometimes, I mean, even if you have a shared history and you live next door to somebody, you know, your politics change, your look on life change. You may get involved with a different crowd of people that change your whole thing, you know? So
my BFFs, they weren't like, I had three girlfriends really in high school. And when I got married, I didn't even invite them to the wedding.
Why?
Well, mainly because it was COVID. No, it wasn't COVID during my wedding. I don't know why. Actually, it's just we'd grown apart, you know, since high school. It was just kind of one of those things.
You just didn't stay connected.
Travel distance had something to do with that. We just didn't stay connected.
Yeah,
and I think that's
part of it too. I think if you don't grow with your friend and stay and maintain that connection, then you just kind of fade away.
I'm going to say that happens in personal relationships too. If you don't
stay
connected,
yeah,
so it's just kind of the
true.
thing, I guess.
Well, we've had some good responses this week. And these questions, I think, more than anything, have elicited longer comments, which I think is good.
Yeah. There's 4 comments on there.
You can read some if you want.
Lack of effort, or we grow in different ways and paths. Time, differences with faith, politics.
Yep.
People sometimes would rather not be reminded of that history.
Of course.
whatever
yeah.
the history is,
Yeah, it could be one little situation that just messes the whole thing up.
and you're done.
Yeah.
History being we grow in life. While it may seem to suck, we do grow apart because
Yeah.
of those reasons and different reasons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Okay. We have this posted on our Facebook page at Around the Table. You can go there and give us your answer if you'd like. We do appreciate it. Now it's time for some history.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Oh, 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 ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together with a classic combination. When a dark, delicious cookie meets an icy cold sensation like the one and only creamy, crunchy chocolate Oreo.
Do you like Oreos?
Oh, yes.
Who doesn't?
I do. I used to eat those every night before I went to bed. I don't do that anymore, but
113 years ago today, a classic snack was born as Nabisco introduced the Oreo cookie. Then, though, they were called biscuits.
oh, really?
Oreo biscuits. I like
Oh, yeah.
cookie better.
That's made by Nabisco, is it not?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one.
And that's the way it is. Friday, March 6th, 1981. I'll be away on assignment, and Dan Rather will be sitting in here for the next few years. Good night.
He'll be on assignment.
Okay.
That was his final one, I think. 44 years ago today, Walter Cronkite anchored at the CBS Evening News for the very last time. It was more than a few years. Rather stepped aside after exactly 24 years in the anchor chair after him.
Alrighty.
It was so cold, the water, your legs were frozen, your hands. But this young girl, I don't know who she was, but if she hadn't held my hand, I'm sure I'd have gone under, because I can't swim.
38 years ago today, 193 people died when the British ferry Herald of the Free Enterprise capsized off the Belgian port of Zeebrugge. This passenger was one of the lucky ones.
Okay.
She was one of the greatest first ladies, an extraordinary human being, and such a wonderful partner to her husband.
9 years ago today, former First Lady Nancy Reagan died in Los Angeles at the age of 94. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who followed Ronald Reagan's path from Hollywood to a California governor's mansion, offered high praise.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Bunker.
No, let me tell you something, Mr. Stivic.
Stivic.
You are a meathead.
You are a meathead.
And meathead, dead from the neck up. Meathead.
78 years ago today, director Rob Reiner was born. Reiner has had a distinguished career behind the camera, but he started as an actor and came to fame playing Michael Stivic, Archie Bunker's liberal son-in-law on All in the Family. This was one of their first encounters.
Yeah, they need to bring that type of comedy back.
It's funny.
Especially in the political climate of today.
Sure.
I think it would soften people's
Maybe.
veracity a little bit.
To use some humor in there with
I
it.
think it would help.
Yeah.
77 years ago today, this is a birthday cut, composer and lyricist Stephen Schwartz was born. He is best known for writing the music for the #1 hit musical, including Gospel, Pippin, and Wicked. And then here is Defying Gravity from Wicked.
Yeah, y'all. He's a heck of a composer, for sure.
They offered me the Dean of Admissions, and I'd like to do it.
I don't want to talk about this. I can't talk about it right now.
How many times have we moved before for your job?
58 years ago today, actress Connie Britton was born. She was nominated for an Emmy twice for her performances in NBC's drama Friday Night Lights.
Okay. And then another birthday cut 53 years ago today, former NBA player Shaquille O'Neal, known as Shaq, has an on-court record.
He was born.
Yeah, he was born on this day, and he has an on-court record that is among the best in NBA history. What you might not know is that he released 5 rap albums, and we had one here that we can't play, but it was called Skills.
Skills. You know I got skills. And 34 years ago today, Tyler Gregory Okonma, better known as Tyler, I'm sorry for botching that name, Tyler the Creator was born. Anyway, all right, there's your Today in History. I do want to say something that you posted on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And there's a ham radio license class tonight
Okay. Yeah.
in Jasper. If y'all are interested in that,
I think you learn Morse code, and people may not even know what a ham radio is, but it was actually one of the first. It's the longest form of radio communication from person to person around the world.
That's pretty cool.
And you can talk to people in
Different countries.
Russia if you want
yeah,
to.
Yeah. Anyway, go to the Around the Table Facebook page, and Dan has reposted that on our thread on our page, and
all the
check out
details
the
are
details
there.
there.
Yeah.
But it's happening tonight. So
All right.
all right.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Mike Mosier in with us. He's got a Pam Tillis event that's going to be coming here, and we're going to be finding out all about that. We'll have him in the studio. Please stick around, stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is Mike Hosier that's in the studio with us, and
Howdy, Mike.
Howdy.
we're gonna dig into a little bit of why he's doing what he's doing. But he's bringing Pam Tillis to the area.
Yes, sir. Pam Tillis is coming in on May 9th and 10th to do a show over at Hotel Seville.
Well,
You've got to be kidding me. Really?
No, sir. It's
How did you work that
how
deal?
did you work that out?
well, Jimmy Ritchie introduced me to her. He's our producer, and we got to chit-chatting, and she loves Arkansas, and she loves the old venues.
Yeah.
And she absolutely adores her fans. And
Yeah.
we thought, why not have an intimate show in Arkansas at an old venue? And I got to looking around. Mike Moore introduced me to some folks.
Okay.
And we went over and checked out the Seville, and holy cow,
it's cool, isn't it?
beautiful.
It's a beautiful place.
Absolutely beautiful. And I got some pictures and stuff over to Pam and Jimmy, and they're in. I mean,
wow.
She was excited. The community is. She knows what she's talking about. So as soon as she said I'm in, I was like, let's put this together. So
well, I'm sure she knows this Harrison area because her dad had a theater up in Branson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
She knows this area, all of the Ozarks. She's in love with this area, the Ozarks as a whole. Eureka, I mean Harrison, but as soon as she saw that Seville, it was on, wow. and it's just kind of morphing right now. So,
but you have dates picked out for that.
Yes, ma'am. That's May 9th and 10th.
But you can't buy ticket. I mean, how's that going to all work? Because Seville isn't a huge
It's a limited
venue.
No, it's a small venue. There's only about 100 seats available in that. And I am looking for local businesses to get involved. Our overall goal, and they don't know this, but Grandma's House, they will be benefiting from this show.
No, why is that, Mike?
Okay.
Well,
just very briefly.
Grandma's House is what should have been around when I was a child, when me and my sisters were being trafficked and abused.
Oh.
He's got a story, people.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. But there were no CACs around at that time. Had there been, we would have had a different ending to our story, especially my sisters. And I've done my homework on the Grandma's House, and fantastic organization. Well, if I can get the local businesses that don't know about them to come in and rally around them, then what more good can they do if they don't have to worry about finances anymore?
True that.
If we can help them get their bank account up there where it needs to be, we save more kids. And that is my overall goal. And I explained that to Pam. I told her my story. I told her my mission was to help children. And we did our crying, we did our laughing, we got all the emotions out of the way right off the get-go. And Jimmy Ritchie, Tom Yankton, Tom is a buddy of mine. He's duetting on some songs with me.
Well, yeah.
Tom is, you talk about a musician.
He's funny.
Yes, he is. And he's a Charlie Daniels on the fiddle. He's a blues traveler on the harmonica.
Wow.
He can play any kind of guitar you can throw at him. A piano, anything you can imagine, even air guitar and air drums. He can play those pretty good too. But he is phenomenal, and he's duetting on some albums with me. He's one of the ones that helped me get my feet wet in the music business.
Okay.
And now we're up for ACMA Collab of the Year through the Arkansas Country.
What's the name of that song again?
God Family Country.
God Family Country.
Is
don't look that up.
That was a great song, and the story behind that. Me and Tom showed up. We went to Jimmy's. First time I'd met Tom, we went to Jimmy's to write a different song. We met up, and Tom said, well, tell me about you. What are you about? And I said, I'm about God, family, and country. That's what I stand on. And he said, let's write that. 15 minutes later, we had it written, mostly written. Jimmy shows up and helped us get the melody to it. The three of us put it together. Boom, it's out the door.
Wow.
So, but that's the overall story there with Grandma's House. And they don't, like I said, they don't know this, but this is my formal invitation to Grandma's House. I would like them, I've got a table reserved for them at the Pam Tillis show. I would like for them to be there, and at the end, I am going to cut them a check.
That's cool.
And we are looking at making this a monthly event, bringing in different artists to the Seville, and Tom Yankton's into hopefully Signature Bank, and put a concert on. And every month, Grandma's House will benefit from our shows, as well as a second nonprofit organization. We will feature them and donate into them as well. The goal is to take all these nonprofit silos and bring them together, and then bring the community in around them and do as much good as humanly possible before I go on to heaven. My mama is up there with Jesus right now, and when I get there, I want to know that I earned the sacrifices that they made for me when I was a child. I want to be able to look her in the eye and know that I earned that. And the only way I can do that is to save the kids.
You have such a heart for it because you've been through so much in your childhood, and we're going to have Mike come back sometime and touch on that because that's a whole story in itself.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You can't put in 10 minutes, but we're going to try.
And God behind that, God is the only person that can take a horrific story, such tragedy, and turn it into something as beautiful as Pam Tillis coming to the Seville.
Yeah.
It's a God thing too that you've dabbled into country music, which has led you to this Jimmy, who led you to Pam Tillis. You know,
yes, sir.
I mean, that's just kind of crazy,
Jimmy,
but that's how it is.
Jimmy is
how that works.
He's been in the music industry for ever longer than I've been alive, and his heart is still in place. There's no darkness in that man. And as soon as he heard what we were doing, he said, "Yes, sir, I'm in."
Wow.
Not a batted eye, not nothing. I'm in. Let's do this. And he has pulled me. I have PTSD and social anxiety horribly bad. And he has shown me so many things and built me up. And he's one of my best friends now. I mean, nobody from Bentonville, Arkansas goes to Nashville and makes one of the greatest friends he's had. And that in and of itself is huge. That tells these kids, that shows these kids, don't give up. You've got this chance. There's somebody out there that's going to help you.
They're fighting for you and believes in you.
Yes, absolutely. And the story, my story is one of millions out there. It's nothing special because there are kids living it right now. Well, it's our job to get them out of that. And if my voice, if my story, if letting all of my secrets out helps them, fine, I'll tell it. I'll absolutely tell it.
But it took you a long time to get there, didn't it?
It sure did. It took God. I was saved on 6/6/16.
Okay.
And from that point on, I've been opening up. And my wife, Brittany, she's my rock. She's my everything. And she stands behind me 110% and gives me the strength I need to tell this story. And she just loves me through it. It doesn't matter what I've been through. It doesn't matter who I was. Nothing matters to her except she loves Jesus and she loves me.
Well, you know, it seems like it takes the people that God wants to use. Those people have to be broken at some point. You go back and look at some of the stories in the Bible. He doesn't take the ones that are in high places. He takes the ones that are down and out.
It is the sick who are in need of a physician. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was me, 100%.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. And Pam, I love it that Pam's excited to come in.
Yeah.
You know, that we're getting Pam Tillis,
She is very
y'all.
excited. And Jimmy is too. Jimmy's coming out of musician retirement, so to speak, to come play with us. He's
that's
excited
awesome.
as all get out.
Wow.
Good.
And he's on one of my songs that was just released. We redid Old Rugged Cross. He's bluegrassing with me.
Okay.
And we did a 90s version. We did a bluegrass version, and he busted out his guitar again. And I mean to tell you, that was the most beautiful guitar playing I've ever heard in my life.
Does the man practice every day, or
no?
That's what's amazing.
He's just that. He's that
just
good.
That good.
It's in his bones. It's in his blood.
Wow.
And I mean, I cried in the studio listening to him play that song, and then he put it on my record. He put it on my song.
Wow.
And released it, and I was so honored. And now it's like I said, he's one of my best friends.
You can go to YouTube and find this song that you're nominated for.
Yes, ma'am.
God, Family, Country.
On Michael Hosier Music. Yes.
Under Michael, yeah, and listen to that because I mean, I didn't know who you were.
Nobody does.
Who's Mike Hosier? I don't know. Anyway, so I have found out. And that was great. That song was awesome. And then I looked up Tom Yankton, and he was,
Boy, Tom Yankton.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah, you don't get better.
Come?
Tom will be here, yes. Tom will
Pam,
actually
right?
be playing with Pam and Jimmy and myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And since there's only, 100 seats?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How does that work?
Well, yeah, because
I want to connect with. I'm trying to get sponsors, local businesses, to sponsor this in because I want, like I said, I want to turn it into something bigger once a month, and I want to personally talk to each one of these businesses so they can call me personally.
Okay, But are you going to be selling tickets at some point? Or
There will be tickets being sold, yes. And again, I want to talk to each person, and I will sell tickets individually. I will. They can sponsor a full table. However they want to do it is fine with me. But I would like to chat with them. So if we
then if that's the direct link, how would they get a hold of you?
My phone number is 479-220-5959.
He's got that memorized, y'all.
That's one of the only phone numbers I have memorized.
Lots of people don't have their own phone number memorized. I'm surprised to see.
Well, it's an easy number to remember, or I wouldn't be able to remember it, I promise.
That's 479-220-5959.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And again, this event will be in May. And if you're listening and you want to be a sponsor or sponsor a table or however you want to do that, get a hold of Mike. It's going to be a fabulous event.
Yeah. Is there a way for the business to sponsor each month?
Yes, there is. If they want to get in and sponsor each month, I will always personally be available. They can get a hold of me. I'll come into town. Like I said, I want to meet each person individually. I'll come as many times as I need to and have lunch with folks.
Well, you live. You're in the vicinity.
Over near Clarksville.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And again, that phone number works for people that would like to share their stories too. We are compiling a book full of short stories for people to share similar testimonies as mine.
Now, testimony is so powerful.
Yes, it is. And the reason, that's the reason God designed it that way. My testimony being shared, how many people is it going to help? And then how many people does that help? It could be huge if we allow it. If we allow God to work.
Yeah.
It'll be huge.
We just need to get out of his way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
every time I try to do something myself, I mess it up.
That's right. That's right.
Dang, when I have to move over to remind. Anyway.
Well, we don't have a date or anything for this. We're just talking
May
about
9th and 10th.
Oh, it's May 9th and 10th. Oh,
right,
9th
May
and
9th
and 10th.
May 9th and 10th. Okay, and then we'll be talking about how people get tickets along the way. You'll be filling us in, keeping us going.
And we'll,
okay.
I'll get them to them.
And we'll keep talking about mentioning it throughout the.
I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's wonderful. This is exciting.
It's fun.
It's very exciting.
It's one of those things that's going to stop you on the street and go, "What?
Yes.
What'd you just say?"
We want to fill the entertainment district of Harrison, Arkansas.
I think that's awesome.
With some just good old music.
Yay.
And have fun with it. And like I said, bring awareness to the cause.
Yeah.
And Grandma's House, if you're listening, thank you for what you do. Thank you for everything you do.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you, Mike, for being here.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to take another break.
Mac, thank you for filming.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more for you from Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Around the Table on the original KHOZ.
Hey, welcome back to Around the Table. This is our Thursday show. And our Thursday shows usually are a lot better than the rest of the week.
Why is that?
I don't know. We just got a new poll out. What?
Please go.
What?
I'm just going to sit back and wait for the story.
Well, the poll just came out, and it's been studied by. You've heard of the research company in Madagascar? You've not heard of this one? This one is highly recommended by a lot of folks. Anyway, they say that 90% of our Thursday shows are much better than the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Fridays.
Maybe we should make our own poll around here on our Facebook page. What do you think about that?
Make our own poll?
Yeah. Do you think our Thursday shows are the best?
I think so.
You think it depends on the guest ever?
I don't know. There's the algorithm. I don't know. They didn't explain the algorithm that they use. But it has something to do with the species there on Madagascar. You know, the board members on that research team. Okay. Speaking of which,
hey.
See, and this is why the show's better on Thursday. Too much helium today, you know.
Do you have a story?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, there is a study out, but it's not from the Madagascar, but it's America's weirdest collections.
Oh, like what?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, if you've got any weird collectibles on your mantle or hidden away in a dark closet somewhere, you aren't the only one. A new nationwide survey has found that Americans love collecting strange things, like the guy who's kept all his fingernail clippings, or
teeth or gallstones, any of that.
Or the one who's amassed more than 300 coasters from breweries that he's visited. Someone fessed up that having 200 oil-burning lamps.
Oh, my.
Well, those are collectibles.
You may need them.
Yeah, you may need them one day. Yeah. Especially if you have a runway out there in your backyard, you may need those. The 2,000 Americans they surveyed said about a third of the trinkets and knickknacks they collect that they keep in their homes are completely useless, and admit most are just junk that they haven't thrown away yet.
Do you collect things? What do you collect?
I do have a collection of action figures.
Okay.
They are 9-inch. They're called Playmates, from a company called Playmates, and they're all of the Star Trek figures.
Okay, so you do.
From all the different series. I've got.
Do you have all of them?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Of course you do.
There's like 200 maybe.
Where are they? Are they displayed somewhere?
They are displayed.
Okay.
When
you
you go
dust them?
No, that they're dust free, and here's how. I put them in the stairway going down in the basement, and they are on the stairs above. So if you see the stairs above, I made little shelves where the dust never falls.
You're so
from.
Full of something.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll take a picture.
Yeah, do that. I'd like to see what you've done.
I'll show you those. Yeah.
Alrighty, Dan. You know,
okay.
we collect, or Richard collects shot glasses.
Glasses?
Everywhere we go.
Well, that shouldn't take up much room, unless you've got 40,000 of them.
He's got a bunch of shot glasses.
Now, are they just shot
Little
glasses with? Do they have imprinted ads?
Well, they usually say we get the ones that say where we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need the destination on there.
And on the bottom, did you look to see if it was made in China?
No.
No,
we did not. They
are.
probably are.
Yeah.
And that's not really the point. We just want that's a memento from someplace we visited.
Okay.
What are you doing like that
Oh,
for?
I don't know.
Do you the fingernails is kind of gross though, people. That's just gross.
But if you have enough fingernails, you could make little brooches, paint them.
Teeth?
Glue
You could do that with teeth.
You could do it to teeth, yes. Yeah.
Whatever your
belly button
obsession is. Lint,
belly button lint. You could do that. You could make a big ball.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about something else. People hide meth in all kinds of places. They even keister it,
Yeah.
all that. Well, a major coup for Border Patrol agents after they seized $19 million, guess where? Guess where?
I don't know.
Of methamphetamine. It was hiding in cucumbers and jalapenos.
Really?
I guess maybe they thought I don't know if they, I don't know how you would do that. I guess you'd have to bore it out. I don't know. But drug sniffing dogs picked out this methamphetamine from cucumbers and jalapenos.
Wow.
I think jalapenos would, just the smell would mask it somewhat. But
Well, that just tells you how wonderful dogs are. They can disseminate between
y'all,
something that really smells bad.
let me tell you. When we come back into the country, we have to go through the
Yeah.
whole drug sniffing dog with your backpack and whatever you've got. And there's no drugs in mine, but there is paranoia that it does.
Oh.
Not paranoia, just fear of
Apprehension?
maybe somebody stuck something in your back.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always that weird feeling of, please
Oh,
let me pass this
yeah.
test. Although I know that there's no
Yeah.
drugs.
But what would happen if it was? What if you had a little leaf in there that was marijuana?
I don't know
that-
what they would do.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've never been detained like that. We have had
I know.
been searched,
That would be
but
scary.
That's a random
Yeah.
thing. But anyway,
Talking of which, talking about law and order and drugs and things like that, there's a thief that swallowed more than $750,000 worth of jewelry.
okay.
A Florida man is accused of stealing almost $750,000 in diamonds and eating them.
Wow.
He pretended to be a rep for a professional athlete to gain entry into the Tiffany & Company store, where he reportedly grabbed 2 sets of earrings and ran. Police arrested him but couldn't find the jewelry. Then he asked if he'd be charged for what's in his stomach. Oh, he just gave it away.
Wow.
He'd swallowed the earrings, so it became a waiting game for his digestive system to reveal what he had swallowed.
Huh.
So,
Wow. And then another
Okay.
weird one. A playground in England was being dug up for renovations, and guess what they found down there?
I don't know.
176 World War II bombs
Oh, boy.
underneath a playground. Kid you not.
Man.
Some of them were still did contain a charge as well. That's kind of freaky to
Yikes.
think. What do you think your house is
Oh,
sitting
my
on?
gosh.
Each bomb weighs about 10 pounds, and the military says they won't help remove the bombs. The county council will have to pay for it.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was
Ooh.
like, dang,
Yeah,
that
really.
stuff still exists,
Yeah.
you know?
And they say that if you cutting bottled water can cut your microplastic intake by 90%.
I've pretty well tried to do that.
Have you stopped drinking out of a plastic bottle?
Yeah, trying
Okay.
to.
If you're worried about consuming a credit card size amount of plastic every year, wow, that's a bunch.
That's a lot.
New research suggests just swapping bottled water for a filtered stuff. Canadian scientists found that just eliminating bottled water from your daily routine can reduce the intake of microplastics from 90,000 particles to just 4,000. Bringing that down by a lower amount is going to mean that never buying packaged food and takeout, ditching most cosmetics, and even getting rid of your cleaning supplies.
Ditching most
Wow.
cosmetics. I'm trying to do that myself.
Plastic, plastic started out as a phenomenal thing, but it's everywhere now.
Yeah, everything comes in plastic. You think about it. Vitamins come in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Things that are
Everything.
supposed to be healthy for you
Yeah.
are all in plastic.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we need to bring back the paper containers again, I guess.
I guess.
everything
And
paper.
I didn't understand why in the world Trump went back to plastic straws.
Yeah. Well, I think
I know
he's
the other
probably-
ones are crap, but still.
You remember when you could get when you would buy get a cup, and it had a not plastic but paraffin wax. It had wax coating on it, and if you if you had a bottle of Coke or a cup of Coke, and after 2 or 3 days, you could see where the Coke was coming through the cup.
It's toxic.
Well, no, it was made out of paper. That wasn't bad. I think paper is probably better.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but it was coated in paraffin, I think.
Ew, that sounds gross.
We need to take a break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll have some more weird stuff for you on Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stay with us. And we are back.
We are back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. Hey.
Yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
You know the Octomom? You remember the Octomom? Do you remember anything about the Octomom?
Yeah, she had like 8 babies or something?
Yeah,
or?
well, Octa. Yeah, I
Octa,
guess
8,
that would be, that would be 8. So that was back in 2009. All these years after delivering the world's first healthy set of octuplets.
Octuplets, yeah.
Nadia Suleiman has just one regret from that whole experience. And she said she tells People magazine that she would have sued her fertility doctor. Although she ended up with 8 babies. And obviously, when you go through fertility things, it's because you can't have, you want to have kids.
Right.
Okay. And I know they implant like several eggs, whatever. I guess you decide on that. But she said that mainly she's suing him because he failed to tell her that he implanted 12 embryos. Rather than the 2 that they were expecting.
Oh, he said he was going to.
So he was. I guess
2?
they had decided on 2, and
oh my gosh.
The doctor, by the way, ultimately lost his license to
yeah.
practice medicine.
Jeez.
But dadgum, maybe some people. I wonder. I had one at a time.
Yeah.
I know some friends who are going to have twins, and I'm thinking, I watch my son and their, baby,
right,
and I'm thinking double that. And then if you got 8.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
It's like,
that's way too much.
Wow. Anyway,
okay.
There you go.
You've heard about the new Monopoly game, haven't you? They're changing, Hasbro's changing the whole system.
They're dumbing it down, people.
Yeah.
Right?
Hasbro's announced a new version of Monopoly that eliminates cash altogether.
Okay, that's dumbing it down big time.
Yeah, and parents already hate it. That's because the new version requires no math. Hasbro has replaced counting with a Monopoly banking app. So you got to have your phone with you? Come on. Players can use to keep track of their transactions with this app. They've also updated the board, replacing Park Place and Boardwalk as the most valuable properties with a rocket launch pad and the moon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I say dumbing it down because you're not letting them do math.
Right. Yeah. You can't count your own money.
You go to somewhere where there's a cash register and they have it pops up.
Yeah.
There's very few places that I visit that they actually count out the cash.
There's some places now that won't take cash at all.
Yeah.
You have to do electronic or a card or whatever.
Right.
Like if you pay a bill. My son Ian was telling me yesterday he went to pay taxes.
They want a credit card?
And the wherever he's paying the personal property taxes, they won't take a check anymore. It's what he said. You have to do bank transfer
Maybe if
or
you go in there,
credit card.
Because I send checks every year for my personal property
Oh, do you?
tax.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless it's changed this year, it doesn't. If you look at your personal property statement, I don't think it said that.
I think it's our state tax or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not
well,
sure
there
what he
you
was
go.
paying. Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, it's all changing. And I think the money system is going to change to where it's all electronic anyway. The banking system is going to
kind of
totally
like what
change.
Ian has been talking about with us.
Yeah, he'll post things about that, and people will say nah, and then it just keeps revealing itself more and more and more and more and more, and I could see where there's a day where there's no need for a building per se, a bank building. I mean, we got more banks in this town than.
It's kind of crazy,
isn't
it?
It is kind of silly, but
I wonder how would you do a loan if you don't have a bank?
You go to the app, or you go online. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. Interesting.
Hey, parents say that they are done with looking perfect on social media. I feel them. They've given up on making it look like their lives are absolutely perfect because that's all you see when you look at social media. You see what people want to see, right?
Well, you've got those little filters that make you look perfect.
I know, and I gripe about those all the time. I never use them. My friends do.
Yep.
I will not post a picture with that stuff on anyway.
Okay.
A survey of 2,000 American younger parents found that almost 2/3 of them have had it with social media charade and plan to be more candid and real on whatever social media you're on. And that includes all the chaos and freakouts in their lives, too. Ooh, maybe that'll calm the plane freakouts.
That'd be nice.
More than half say they're exhausted just from trying to measure up to the perfect parents they see on social media. Well, it's about freaking time.
Yeah, well, I guess I need to cancel my cheek implants and fattening my lips. Because that's what I was going to do.
I'm going to fatten my lips till I don't have any more. I bought a head, so I will keep my little lips till I run out of the stuff, and then I guess. But I've already quit wearing so much. I mean, this week I went.
Well, you
I'm not going to
came
wear
in-
mascara.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I haven't worn it all week.
You came in the other day and says, I have not got any makeup on other than
I put a little
powder.
blush on and powder to keep. Yeah, and lipstick.
I said, I can't tell.
But I used to go and I'd put foundation on and all that crap. But
Anyway.
yeah, I'm done.
All right.
All right.
The government says groceries and consumer prices have already risen because of the tariffs.
I saw
Now, the
that.
tariffs are not in place, but it says here some businesses and supermarket chains have already raised prices in response to President Trump's tariffs. Now, they're doing this on their own. Make sure that we get this clear. The Federal Reserve did a little digging and also found that businesses across the country expect they'll have no choice but to pass the 20 to 25% tax onto shoppers if they haven't already. But
Wow.
they're doing this on their own without the tariffs being in place. So, it may get a little rough.
Yeah, it's going. It's
But if
it's going to.
if you've got a backed up toilet and
It's
you call
rough.
a plumber, there might be a mess until he fixes it. So
Well, and that's what's happening. But good grief, yeah, growing pains are not easy.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they're called pains.
yeah, it's
Hey.
either that or lose the country, I guess.
Well, Dan,
Yes, ma'am.
you want to go to Today Is?
Let's do some Today Is.
It's
Today
Al-
is
what is it? No, go ahead.
Alamo Day. 1836 was the famous Battle of the Alamo. I remember watching it on TV. John Wayne and Richard Widmark, I think, was there at the Alamo.
Okay.
Okay.
National Dentist's Day. Celebrate your dentist, I guess, if that's what you want to do. But the person they spent 8 years at the university to get their dental license, so they are well educated. Be nice to your dentist.
And it's a great way for the kids to just stay in school.
What?
Yeah, it's a great way to stay in school so they don't have to have a job. I'll be a dentist.
Oh,
so
to
I
be a
can-
dentist.
yeah.
National Oreo Cookie Day. I do like me a good Oreo now and then.
I like an Oreo.
Yeah.
National Dress Day.
You didn't wear yours today.
I
Neither
didn't
did
wear
I.
it. I'm going to get a kilt, though. I want to wear a kilt one of these days.
All
And
right.
National Frozen Food Day.
Frozen food?
Frozen Day.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to go. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.